and they said I wouldn't get the date right on the brand new cover of the new year. Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, right here on the YouTube and the Twitch and wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide. Thank you so much, Alicia. You're jinxing us.
Sorry. I even plugged in the better cord and it's still fucking up. Uh-oh.
Oh, you're all good. You're all good.
Oh, my sword.
Wait, they got to bleep you out like they did the coach Scott Thorne tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I mean,
Kid show.
For YouTube TOS reasons.
For
Gotta keep it chill for at least 8 minutes.
For the family. That's all right. Welcome, everyone. Happy New Year. It is a new year, 2023. And, man, it's already off the rails. No, I'm excited. It's a new year.
Oh, yeah.
We got the pay-per-view coming up in just over a week. We got the super stickers and the bits already flying in here. What a great start to a new year. How are you guys doing?
So far, so good. Feeling better.
Recovering?
Recovering.
Oh, no. Feeling good, Bill, man. Feeling good. Obviously, I said last Thursday I couldn't make it because I went a little hard last Tuesday with some co-workers. So I was celebrating a little early for New Year's, but now rested and recovered and back for some Impact on Access TV on this Thursday. And we got to give a shout out for these Courtney with the super sticker. We thank you. We thank you very much. And you know who thanks you. Hopefully he's okay.
Impact Wrestling! Here's straight from ringside himself, Mr. Basil, saying, "Is my boss dead? Jiminy Christmas." Well, hopefully he was taken to a nearby medical facility because you're not allowed to say.
Yeah, hopefully the only thing that was bruised was his ego.
Right?
True.
Certainly not going into that. My goodness, I was telling my wife about that during the break here. Oh my God, what a segment! You really main
event Scott.
He was all fired up. The watch came off. The jacket came off.
Got to thank Rayline. Thank you for the bits, Team Twitch.
Thank you, Rayline. Thank you. Much love, bro. Oh, yeah. So, well, shall we dive into some news and then?
Yeah, we'll get right into some news. So, it's a new year, but we at TNI, we're staying the same. It's a little J-Bone news. But first, got to get rid of that. Oh, wait, hold on. Before J-Bone's news, Bell's Boy, what a $5 super sticker. Happy New Year, Miss Alicia.
Thank you.
Fellas, here's to a great 2023 for TNI. Cheers.
Thank you, Bell's Boy. Much love. Thank you so much. Cheers.
All right, we gotta go right back to the coach. We almost stepped on the news.
Impact Wrestling.
All right, now, with that out of the way,
we
can do a little bit of J-Bone's news.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, the 2023 edition of J-Bone's news.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
Same bald bone, same bone channel. I don't know. Live. That's right. Right line says live from the stately Bone Manor. That's right. The new and improved Bone Manor. All right.
Oh yeah, in 2023. That's right.
So we've got some. We got some good news. We got some bad news. We're going to cover it all tonight. Let's start out with the bad news. Unfortunately, this happened the day right after our last show last week. We got the unfortunate news that Don West sadly lost his battle with cancer, brain cancer, and 59, I think I heard was the age. They did a really nice tribute to him tonight on the show. In fact, many others throughout the industry, including Michael Cole, some from AEW, did live mentions at least of Don West, which was so good to see. You know, when it comes to stuff like this, it doesn't matter what competition is out there as far as pro wrestling companies. When you lose someone as iconic as Don West, you just pay your respects, and it was good to hear.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah,
that was a very nice job they did, and
touch of class.
And that's something where he obviously represented. He was like with Mike Tenay, the voice of that company. Like that's who you associate when you think of listening to this company. But not only that, he obviously did many. My first experience seeing Don West was late night, me and my dad watching the Home Shopping Network when he was selling baseball collectibles. We bought baseball bats off of Don West back in probably like 1990.
Wow.
So, but seeing Don West just like a fan, really almost like, and that's kind of, he's the first really fan that became a commentator in wrestling. Like he really had, like he had TV experience, presenter, but he was just a fan, and that's how his commentating really was. So he really gave a voice to things that was different and added a little something different that in TNA. But obviously he had a lot of different ventures. Maybe the best salesman ever in Hawking merchandise, brown bag specials.
I was just going to say the brown bag special. Yeah.
But definitely a loss. And as you said, the whole wrestling community, if you saw him in Impact, if you saw him just in selling things, he touched people. Like even you see Josh, he's like, he never really interacted with them, but just as a fan of wrestling, he knows how much Don West meant to the business. So condolences, obviously, to him, his family, friends.
Yeah.
Every time I interacted with him, he was just a great guy.
Yeah, and I gotta say, as a fan, I mean, I saw plenty of classic stuff back in the day, but when our crew did those reviews of the Asylum years from 2000, was it late 2002 to 2004 ish, give or take a little, man, there was no one like Don West. I mean, it's kind of like watching a comedy team. You got the straight guy, and then you got the comic relief. And I always felt like Tenay was the straight guy. Don West always was 100% charisma and authenticity. It was always authentic emotions that came out of Don West. He was like, oh wow, that's great, we're so happy. No, it was he never faked a laugh, a scream, a howl, nothing. Whenever somebody did something crazy, he was authentic as it gets for a response, being there live, being there live in the front row and talk, commentating as far as what's, play by play and everything. There was no one like him.
Definitely. And I know at the end of that video package, they had the memoriam picture, and it was Don West in the normal commentating style of his, but with the tie. And we always like to say on that throwback show what color he wore, and very fitting, white on white.
Yes.
So
white
Don
on white.
West, never to be forgotten, Don.
Yes.
Jay, I'm just going to impromptu do a little TNI soundbite tribute right now to
Okay.
Don. Let's run through the Don West of TNI sound bites.
There we go.
If you have small children, please ask them to leave the room right now.
You're nothing but a selfish prick.
This is a bunch of crap. This just sucks.
And that's what we all said when we heard about the sad news.
Yeah.
We will miss Don West dearly. Time to put him in the Hall of Fame. I saw someone in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's due. It's due.
It's got to happen this year. Absolutely. Daniel Spencer, friend of the show. Obviously, that was one of the smartest men on the show tonight, staying out of trouble, running for the hills. This was a crazy show tonight. I mean, Masha, Slamovich, Bully, everybody just going cuckoo. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dangerous to be in the ring, outside the ring, on commentary. Luckily, I was fairly safe inside that.
You were hiding behind
Confines of
your
the stands.
Yeah.
you were hiding behind your Canadian flag, Bill.
Guilt.
I yelled at him off air. I was like, man, why didn't you jump the fence and help poor coach?
I would never do that unless asked.
Unless asked. Well, we know Tommy ain't asking you to do anything anytime soon.
Oh, come on, J-Bo.
Love.
Too soon.
Love below.
He's somewhere licking his wounds. Yeah, rough week a couple weeks ago. All right, so we'll switch gears here. Let's see. So we have to congratulate Josh Alexander, longest reigning Impact World Champion. 250, what is it? 50 plus, almost 60 now days.
It's up there.
Mm.
Lots of days.
Past Bobby Roode.
Rude.
Well deserved. Good for him.
Oh, yeah.
Huge accomplishment.
It is. He was, if you look at the year that Josh Alexander had last year, and they did a quick run through, some of the showed up on the screen, as far as, the people he faced, whether it be from the company or internationally, big, small, whatever. He had a year. From Moose to Jonah to Ishii. My goodness. And now he's going to face Bully.
Josh
only bangers Alexander.
Only banger.
It's got a ring to it, doesn't it?
As Sheamus says, banger after banger after banger. That might be a new tee. Always thinking up designs for new tees. Speaking of tees, got a little housekeeping, a little promoting to do, guys.
Housekeeping.
We got some sales going on, depending if what you're looking for in the realm of merchandise. If you're looking for just a tee, Pro Wrestling Tees is the way to go. 20% off through the 9th. Promo code New Year. If you want something from Pro Wrestling Tees, we got some great designs on there. But if you're like, no, I got enough tees, but I'd like to support and get something else like a cup or a pillow or whatever, there's a ton of other things on the Spreadshirt site. They have 23% off all orders through the 8th. So lots of stuff going on there in the world of merch for TNI. No matter where you go, you're going to find a great deal to start off the new year. Get yourself some merch, help support the show.
Very nice, J-Bone.
Also want to, do that. And while you're getting that ready to pop open, we'll mention our sponsor. Oh my God.
Brilliant.
Yes, because this, for those that did not see during the live reaction, today I had delivered a box from Impact Wrestling's eBay store for an auction where all the proceeds went to the one and only Joe Doring. So let's open the box and see what's inside.
There we go. So while he's opening that, I'll just let you folks know that you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code TNI at manscaped.com. What better way to kick off the new year with a new, smoother you?
A lot of tape on this box. I want to make sure nobody's getting into my package.
Gotta protect the
Speaking of packages.
Speaking of package, thank you. For that
Use code for 20% off and free shipping.
That's right.
For a better package.
For a better, smoother package.
That's right.
An easier to open package?
Whoa.
That's what they say.
Wow.
I was going to go for the less mix.
That wasn't a good transition. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta throw things at the wall, see what sticks, see what doesn't. Rejection is healthy for everybody.
Based on that comment.
Yeah, there you go.
What's that?
Seeing what sticks. All right. We're going from the bottom of the package now because there's too much tape on the top.
I was just informed from Mrs. Bone that we're nasty.
There we go. We've gone from the bottom. Any guesses yet?
No.
I see some colors. Can't tell what it is yet. Looks like it's well packaged.
That's what she said. Okay.
Impact Wrestling. Thank you for your business.
Watch it. Look at this. They're doing a commercial on me while I'm ordering my package.
Wow. That's new.
Why do we need to read that? It's ridiculous.
I don't know if anyone even knows what it is yet.
It looks like a blanket. Yo, wouldn't that be cool if Impact sold like fleece throws and stuff like that?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
This time of year, yeah, that'd be good.
That
Kind of
is maybe a flag.
Oh, apron?
Is it a design flag?
This might be the new. Oh.
Aha. Oh, with air signed. It's autographed.
Oh, signed flag. Oh, that's the new backdrop, Bill.
That's awesome.
That's sweet. And that looks like it's good material, too.
Ooh.
It is. Very nice.
That's a fine flag you got there.
I had to get the BBD flag.
Yeah.
Got all the boys in there. It's by design.
Yeah.
It's by design.
It's by design.
Very cool. Very cool. I think that might have to replace the boot camp, Bill.
Oh. Maybe go with the boot camp, but maybe we'll have multiple things hanging. We'll throw everything back a little bit and then have some other stuff. I might have a merch table in front with a bunch of stuff on it. Who knows?
There you
so
go.
You could just randomly pull up props like Carrot Top.
Yeah. I got my tribute to Don West.
Tribute to Don West.
Pulling out props.
There you go.
But J-Bone, what's next on the news?
Oh.
I don't think I had too much else other than I was going to throw in a tiny bit of news about Wrestle Kingdom and say former Impact Wrestling champion had what some might call match of the year just a couple days into the new year. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay absolutely tore down the flipping house in a co-main event show. I did a live reaction late into the hours of the morning, and it was great response. Great response, by the way. Not to put myself over or nothing, but
not to toot your own horn, but toot.
toot. No, great show. I'm not by any means going to review it on here, but just wanted to throw that out there because I know there certainly are still some fans of Kenny Omega in the chat here. So,
former Impact World Champion.
Yes, former Impact World Champion. Along with a Don Callis. Don Callis was there too. Love me some Don Callis.
Impact they did put up that Scott D'Amore was being tended to by agents and medical personnel after that attack.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad somebody cares for Scott. My goodness. Nobody certainly helped him in the ring after that incident. Live. I don't know what you can attest to being there after the cameras went off the air, Bill, if you want to divulge any of that here.
Well, he was obviously it was he took a beating. He took a beating, Scott, but I have a feeling he'll be okay. And there is some more news. So I think we can officially say Hard to Kill sold out.
Oh yes, there is that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you come a knocking, no tickets are going to be coming down for you. So you have to get it only on pay-per-view at this point.
Yes, which I'll be ordering soon.
And I know T. Hughes is talking about this as well. There was new merch released. The Death Dolls have plushies. Dolls.
I want them.
Dolls for the Death Dolls.
Little deal, because I want all three.
They should do a combo pack, get a little discount.
Yeah.
All three of them.
Yeah, they should. Hang on, let me bring that up here because I did see the post for it. Completely forgot about it. Let's see.
They look so cute.
Coming soon. Action figures. Got to get those figs. Here we go. We'll do a little share screen of Rooney here. See, they changed a few things on here.
While you're doing that, there's another thing that is not sold out yet, but I know Daniel Spencer's been pushing it, is that 83 Weeks podcast with Conrad and Bischoff happening the day of the TV tapings, the day after Hard to Kill. So check that out.
Here we go. We got looks like they're $30 each. So you got the Rosemary plush Death Doll. You got Jessica. I love this with the bright pink hair and a button eye, and then Taya.
Now, any idea what size the dolls are? Like, are they like?
I literally just tried to click the screen.
They are 6 inches tall.
6 inches.
So,
6 inches tall.
So they're about the size of a regular Beanie Baby, I'm guessing.
Not a big fish, but a regular fish.
So
Cool. So cool. The little pin. The little voodoo dolls. I love it. Love it. I want all three.
Very cool. I know my wife is going to want them.
You know, my birthday's in May. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, there you go.
And always a bunch of new merch lately on the site. So, yeah, go check that out.
So cute.
Very nice.
Well, I think that's it for the new merch. But the newer ones they do have on there. They got some new Bullet Club shirts for one for Ace Austin and one for Ace Austin and Chris Bay. So that's pretty
what's up.
Cool. Even Alicia Edwards has a new merch shirt.
Nice. I saw that. Yeah.
Smart to have
when I
merch
was
for
at
everybody.
WrestleCade, I talked to Lish and said, you got to bring back the Lishisms shirts. I need a Lishism shirt. I need a shirt that says Lishisms.
We need more.
More Lish in the life. But yeah, they have stepped up their game recently. It certainly has gotten better.
Yes. Lots of good stuff. There you go, Anna. My birthday's next week. Happy early birthday, Anna.
There you go.
Yay.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for news. Shall we?
Yeah, like there's
Jumper.
obviously a lot of things going on in the wrestling industry as a whole, not necessarily Impact related.
Oh,
We know there are some free agents because now we're in a new year. A lot of people's contracts are up.
Yeah.
And we saw a lot of video during one package of a certain former TNA world champion that I have but you know what? The Iceman broke news tonight.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
A
Yes.
scoop.
He's got the
A
scoop.
return.
Yes. And Hard to Kill. Hikuleo.
Not Hikuleo.
Not Hikuleo. Sorry. They were talking about
Kushida.
Hikuleo in the show. Kushida. My bad. That was a little bit of
Hikuleo's in other news.
That was other news. Yeah. Some
And he wasn't
company
Impact.
wanting him. Sorry. My bad. Former Impact Wrestling Hikuleo. No, I'm kidding. Well, no, Kushida's coming back. Yeah, and that'll be great. More time splitters. Yes, Critical Sting. That was a botch on my part. I apologize. J-Bone with the botch. Forever botching.
He's still recovering from the Wrestle Kingdom Smash his podcast stream.
6 hours wiped me out for the next 2 days. Killed me.
Yeah, it's the time to really sell those Time Machine shirts.
I think that's in there still.
It is. So let's move some merch, boys.
Push it. Hell yeah.
Oh, and there was, we know we hadn't seen a certain wrestler for a while. They'll also be returning at Hard to Kill, added to the other Knockouts match, which is now a 4-way. Killer Kelly's returning at Hard to Kill.
Yay. Oh, good. I was wondering where she's been at.
Yeah, I think she publicly put a post out there that she was dealing with some, I don't know if she mentioned mental health specifically, but she was taking a break. But now it looks like she's ready to come back, which is great to see.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And that's certainly one.
Because I know she had a surgery and stuff, so there was a few things she had going on, but great to see her return.
And I got a feeling we're going to see someone else creep into that match, either right before the match or right after that match.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm banking on a Su Yung. It's time.
Yeah, I miss her.
Still a fave. All right. So let's dive into tonight's Impact Wrestling on Access TV or the YouTube, wherever you watch it. We had a tremendous match from Masha Slamovich and Taylor Wilde. What a wonderful representation of the knockouts, and dare I say, upset of the night. And that's not. Please don't take that as me knocking on Taylor Wilde, but Masha's been on a streak lately. She's been pretty dominating, and I always preach, don't assume in the world of professional wrestling, and I gotta confess tonight, I was doing some assuming that Masha was going to be on top here, and Taylor Wilde came up with what I consider a huge upset. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Alicia.
Oh, I agree. I definitely was surprised Taylor got the win, but it solidifies to me that they have bigger plans for her character and what she's doing right now. Obviously, no sneezing at Masha because she still looked tough as hell. I don't feel like this reflects on her badly at all. But even so, this was a first-time matchup between the two, and for me, it was really refreshing.
Totally.
No,
Very
agreed.
refreshing.
That's obviously after the match that Masha was able to take out some personnel. Definitely kept her looking pretty strong there. So, but when Taylor's been now repackaged with the new character, for her, like when she got when Masha came out in that match, it's like, ooh, like I was with you. I was a little nervous for Taylor. You know, we're bowling partners, so I got to stick with my man.
Bias the
Taylor,
house.
I was rooted. I was rooting for Taylor. I was the heavy Taylor rooting section in this match, and
Nice.
it was great to see her come out because I'm with you. This was maybe her biggest win since her return in Impact.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And you now see she's put in a match that I think is going to determine the next number one contender. Either that's the stipulation or by whoever wins, that they'll probably be that and get that. Oh, I know already Tosh is saying she wants the winner, but I think another one that's going to have a claim at that Mickey versus Jordan winner.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, it could go anyway, come hard to kill because the knockouts division is it goes through ups and downs. It goes through you get people, you lose people, but that division, win or lose, new people or seeing people, try to go to greener pastures. This division is always top notch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which we'll talk about the Mickey video package later, but if that fact wasn't highlighted throughout that about the knockouts division, nothing else.
Mm.
Yeah.
But Bonus Baby does point out here, Masha did have a new theme. Her music was different during this
I
one.
didn't catch it.
Well, a lot of we were talking about this during the reaction. A lot of the entrances were kind of cut.
Yeah, I noticed that in a later match, how it just kind of came back from an edit and it was in the starting throws. You didn't even hear the ring bell.
Yeah, it seems like we were talking. I think the safe assumption, which we don't like to assume, but with the video package, that long Mickey video package, as well as the Don West tribute, probably cut into the time, and they had to make some cuts. So to leave most of the in-ring action, I think that we'll see if it comes up beyond this, or it's just could be they taped a lot to get us to Hard to Kill. You might see just this style of editing. It could go in the next week just to get these shows in, but I don't think that's a long-term thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's a last-minute thing. I'd like to assume. That's one thing that they do pride themselves. I mean, they've had some hiccups over the years, but their production has certainly stepped up, and they do have some decent entrances,
And this is probably just a one-off. It's just, who knows, but it's the only time I've really ever noticed something like that.
Yeah, it's rare for them. And I also know there were some matches where it was like a local talent, so they don't normally do anything like entrance wise with that. Like for the live crowd, they do
Normally just music for the more known.
Yeah.
Either way, anyway, great match.
Yeah, just to put a bow on it, I'll say that they when they bring back veterans, man, they are no slouch. No slouch. Taylor can still go, and she absolutely, out of all the stuff she's done within the last couple of years, she absolutely proved that tonight. So really refreshing to see. Great to see.
No doubt, Jay. No doubt.
Can certainly teach Masha some new stuff. Then we got some interesting promos tonight, and I'm just going to kind of wrap these two together because there's been some beef between Sami Callihan and the design, or VBD, and then evolving into the design. It looks like, and now this is really something out of left field, but I get the feeling like Sami Callihan wants to join the design. Thoughts on that guy?
Look at this dumb.
Huh.
Thanks, Sammy.
I mean, he's no stranger to groups. Normally he's the leader in the group, though.
Right. I don't see him playing second fiddle to anyone. Or are they doing this because it's really going to test Diener in his leadership skills? Because I think he can do it. I saw that a couple weeks ago when he was coming down with the boys.
It's there. I think he's handling it fine.
What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, no, it's interesting because I know we see a promo later from the design,
right.
And obviously there's two directions here. Sami either, for reasons we're yet to know, wants to join this group, and he does have a history in groups. Maybe there's a reasoning that he wants to be part of something again. Or could this just be a long con job to get some kind of revenge from that feud he's had with the design and VBD? We'll have to wait and see. Right now, you almost can never question Sami's motives because only Sami knows his motives. A
master of chaos.
Yes. He can go in many directions. So you think he's going, he zigged when you should have zagged. You don't know him. He goes everywhere. So it would not shock me if he's playing them, but maybe he will surprise us and maybe he wants to be part of the design. Maybe he wants to bring him to another level in his mind. We'll see.
And we get an entrance from Valentino. Good evening, Kitty.
He's late.
One of the most interesting things about this is Diener informing Callihan that he is going to get his head shaved.
That's what we find out in that other promo.
To find out if he's truly, able to become part of this group. We get HD cat ass, courtesy of Alicia. Thank you.
Sorry. I should have been monitoring.
Gonna censor him like the coach tonight.
So
now, J-Bone, the rumor is you want to join the design.
Yeah.
I hear you shaved your head to join the design already.
I did put in my my resume, but I haven't heard anything back yet. I did inform. I was trying to use my old school Mark-ism to say, hey, I'm a huge fan, longtime fan of Big Con. Hopefully that'll
time,
help.
long time.
Hey, ascension for life. I figure that's got to count for something. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see it happening. But you guys will be the first to know if it happens.
Yeah.
I'm kidding you with a straight face.
So if I come into one of these reviews with a shaved head, you're going to be like, Bill joined the design.
Oh, he did it.
Can you imagine?
Are they gonna manscape? Are they gonna manscape?
I was just gonna try and figure out a way to slide in a promo for that.
If they need us to provide manscapes, we can.
Yeah, always.
Just like
always
we can for you with the promo code TNI and free shipping. It can get to the impact zone.
I've gotten pretty good at that. I'm just saying.
But this wouldn't be the first time that Sammy's had his head shaved. So,
No.
I mean,
he does it every couple of years.
I could see. Sammy's the type of person who would just let them do it and still like pull the wool over their eyes. Like I said, master of chaos. I see him pulling the ultimate like punked on him.
Do you think Sammy still has flashbacks from when the Lucha Brothers held him down and shaved his head? I was trying to remember who did it. I'm like, oh, it was Pentagon.
I thought it was Tessa. I don't know why.
No, it was from some like crazy hardcore match. I forget what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10 levels of death match or something. I don't know. What is the match that Josh Alexander and Bollier have? Oh,
Full Metal Mayhem.
Full Metal Mayhem. Wasn't that the match? Full Metal Mayhem that Sammy lost to Pentagon. Isn't that it? Mask. Oh, okay. There we go. Critical
Mask
Sting
versus Hair.
and Anna. Thank you.
That's where they use the Legos.
Mask versus the Legos. Oh dear God.
Big fan of Legos in matches.
Yeah, that's whether you're a hardcore wrestler or a parent, you know how that feels.
Dangerous, Rabo. Dangerous.
That's why they use them in death matches.
Now I'm surprised that Alicia, I can talk to you as a fellow deathmatch aficionado.
No doubt.
As you get into the holiday season, why don't more of the promotions use Christmas ornaments in matches?
XPW did.
Did they use some? It feels like there should be more of it.
Get festive. Some bulbs, some lights, ornaments. They're pretty thin. I don't know.
If Kevin McAllister has taught us one thing, it's that Christmas ornaments can be used to hurt. And I trust.
I don't know. There's a lot of things I wonder about why they aren't used more in wrestling, or like things that aren't done. Like, why aren't we doing the wave?
The wave, bring it back.
I have questions.
Now, kudos to Mean Gia Miller, not on TV, but while there's some breaks in action, she's gotten the wave going at Impact.
Good. I'm happy to hear this.
That's interesting.
J-Bone?
As long as it's not beach balls.
For Alicia, we're going to do the first ever TNI podcast wave.
Really?
Are you ready?
This doesn't make sense.
I'm ready.
Which way are we going? Because what if we...
It's going to go me to Jay to you. And then back up again. All right?
Okay. Ready?
I don't know.
Right, here we go.
Are we still going? No.
No.
That's like... But my arms just went for me. See, that's what I'm saying. We need to get shit like this going at wrestling shows because people, it's just like, that's instinct. You can't teach that. The body wills it to be done.
You got to embrace the wave.
I'm
This is J-Bone is totally taking over the show right now.
She's
good.
She's
let him have it.
Did you want to come over here and say something live? No. I'm being too loud.
Oh, J-Bone's being too loud. You're too loud, J-Bone.
The wave is just.
The wave got you all riled up.
It is. It is.
See? Lit. So.
All right, what's next here? All right, so.
Hold on, calm down, just breathe.
I didn't write down any of the in-between segments. I just have notes on the matches, which there weren't that many.
No, because there was the tributes and stuff. So
Right. Oh, yeah. That's
yeah.
15-minute tributes.
So there's so next we got Taurus versus.
Oh wait. We had the match was made. We got Rich Swann in the back calling.
Yeah, no problem.
Falls count anywhere.
Oh,
Kill.
And that's versus Macklin.
Versus Mac.
Yes, because they're beefing.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Mm.
Little hardcore craziness there.
It is.
Falls count anywhere. It could be in my lap.
You better
Don't do it in my lap.
You better
Don't do it in my lap. Don't touch me.
I was trying to think of something that you should wear to like protect yourself. I almost said a bib. That's not really going to help you though. It's
A bib?
a bib.
It's like, where's the lobster?
I don't know. All right. No. So,
sorry.
Next we got
Pasta Mania. It's supposed to be Sunday.
You're making me hungry. Taurus, #1 contender for the X Division title, Taurus, versus the in-ring debut of one, Anthony Greene. And there's some Anthony Greene merch right there that
Retro AG. This is real ZW like over 5 years ago.
that's
maybe
pretty slick.
4.
So that's pre-WWE.
That's pre-AEW, baby.
Nice. So Anthony Greene got a loss for his troubles, unfortunately, in a debut, which you don't see too much. But going up against someone like Alicia's just having too much fun with that little thing.
I smoked too much.
Oh, you did? Oh, well, that would explain.
No, honestly, I ate an edible, and I never do that.
I can turn it on anytime, Pat.
Come on,
no
we
problem.
That
Dude, Shark Boy is a total mood right now. I was also wondering later on, we'll get to it, but where was Curry Man when you needed him?
Everyone is Curry.
he was in the Don West tribute.
Yes.
He was.
But he wasn't in the bully segment. But back to the match. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
See, Phil, I can do it too. I don't know how he talks, though, on the mic, so I don't know what his voice would sound like.
He sounds like an.
I would make him sound like an 80s wrestler because he's retro.
That
was the alternative. He was retro, but I'd be like, oh, yeah, like a little semi-macho man versus maybe Rick Martel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're asking too much. I know your expectations are here. I'm gonna need you to bring them way lower.
Down a couple now.
Like way lower. Like under the iceberg lower.
That's pretty
Hey, I'm Anthony Greene.
Curry Man should be on the new Access TV show that they were advertising tonight, Hot Ones, because we know he can handle spice.
I want to be on that show. I can't really handle hot, but I love that show.
I have not seen it. I'll check that out.
You should. I was telling Jay we should start eating hot wings while we do a podcast.
Stefan makes his own hot sauces.
Really?
Oh, and
yes. Yes. He has this one that it's like straight up like it's just hot in a bottle. I don't know.
I may have said it one time before, but I remember we used to go to J-Bone, you'd like this, a Mexican place, and they had a wall of flame, they'd call it.
I've been to a couple.
Appreciate that.
And they would have like 50-something hot sauces and like by the number, all different names, little bottles. And I always remember the one's name. It wasn't the hottest, but it was one of the upper echelon hots. Ass in Tub.
I've heard of this. There's different versions of the ass brand. My favorite being Ass in Outer Space.
That was there as well. Yeah.
Yep. Ass in the Tub, Ass in Outer Space. There's a couple others too.
So, like, if you eat too much of this sauce, it like sends you over.
Use
the
your
moon.
imagination.
I like.
I'm picturing like a cartoon where your ass is on fire and you're just flying through the air. You know.
That's what the bottle is. Like, if you, I'm not joking. It's literally a guy in outer space farting like a rocket.
Oh my god!
And then you see that, and it's like, what is the visual appeal that you're like, yeah, I want to eat that?
I mean,
it tells you what it does on the bottle. It gives you a visual.
Does it come with steel underpants? I mean,
no guarantees.
Dear God.
I feel like you get like a 5-minute window before you really got to be concerned. We should get off this topic. This is gross. Like, we went from reviewing something, but people are here for it, to just, why do we do this?
Reviews. We're now reviewing bodily conditions.
Well,
after
Impact was talking
sauce.
hot ones tonight. Tom Hannafin was telling me about hot ones.
Wait, we both blame it on Tom Hannafin. All right. It's all his fault. But he had a very emotional show. He had a lot to deal with tonight. So
A lot to deal with tonight.
We'll
They
give
were
him
picked on him.
we'll give him a pass. Especially that end segment. My goodness, he almost got it.
There's so many question marks in the chat.
This is why they love us.
If you're new here, welcome. Hi. We like to review wrestling, but we get confused sometimes, and we have fun.
We love Impact Wrestling, but we go off the rails just a little bit once in a while. So
who's going to go into these off segments? Off segments.
Exactly.
But where we left off was Anthony Greene versus Black Taurus.
All right, so the match. I'll say for not knowing squat. Oh, we should. Now we're back on that. But for not knowing jack about Anthony Greene,
You'd be right there.
I was impressed.
Nobody here. Listen.
Yeah,
nobody's here for the review.
Right.
Well, you have to be out of. Listen, I say this a few times. You got to be crazy to see review and be like, yeah, these guys got it on track.
Yeah, we are certainly not your typical review.
We are a fun time review.
Yeah, we certainly talk about professional
life
wrestling, but there's other things that come along with it, like hot sauce and what it does to your bodily functions.
And we talk about the underappreciated competitors in these matches.
Like Taurus.
And speaking of new music, did Black Taurus have new music tonight? It wasn't the typical Decay music.
Oh yeah, he had the Taurus-tron with the so it was a mix though. It was Decay, but it was kind of slightly adjusted.
Decay Roos.
And it's a whole new vibe, especially with Crazy Steve as kind of a hype guy. And
yes.
Which is amazing.
I have that in my notes. It's Crazy Steve is magic on the mic, and what a dope hype man.
Totally is. Oh, Critical Sting here says new music from Overdrive. Okay, so it's new-ish. It's not brand new.
Okay. It's new because I'm not used to hearing it.
Right.
Duly noted.
Yeah, and we don't always see Taurus singles matches. So there you go. But yeah, let's get you guys are more familiar with Anthony Greene than I am. What did you guys think?
Thought he put in a good showing, put up quite the match for Black Taurus in his first Impact appearance. Close but no cigar.
I'm just glad I wasn't
Retro AG.
There's the pin again. I'm glad it wasn't a squash match because that certainly wouldn't okay. How are we supposed to get excited about this guy if he just gets murdered in his first match? No, he had some great offense.
No, it was good to see because I've seen Anthony Greene quite a few times as well on the indies, and like he was doing stuff in Evolve and some other places, but he definitely has something to it. Like there's a little bit like he's a good in-ring wrestler, but then he like when he was retro, he had a little bit of like some Johnny Swinger isms to him, but a couple other things, and now he's the alternative, so a little bit of an offshoot of it, but definitely a guy that hopefully we see more of. I think he's someone that they definitely could utilize. He's someone that on the indies has like a cult following. Like he was very over in a lot of shows.
He's been around
a while. Yeah. Like Beyond, he was real big at Beyond. So, but if they're able to, and usually when Impact starts utilizing somebody, they know how the angle or story they can do with them. So I could see him really going over pretty well here over the rest of this year if he keeps returning. So hopefully, I think it would be good to add another more consistent performer for a lot of storylines. Obviously, you could do X Division with him as well.
Can you imagine this storyline of him being Johnny Swinger's son?
Oh yeah, you can always you can have him with him trying to join the dungeon with him and Ziggy, and then him go and be
familiar.
Like, hey, was your mom at this bar?
Yes.
Like there's a lot of good angles.
We could do something with this. I feel like
was your
if anyone of them who could make that happen can hear this, please do. Take it, run with it. It's yours now.
Right? Yeah, especially with the look that Anthony Greene has. It's
he's like a modern day Johnny Swinger.
You guys swing?
He is. It's not as pronounced or extreme of a retro thing. I mean, he kind of. I was waiting to see some kind of like strut, and I didn't see. I'd have to watch it again, but I didn't see a ton of charisma from the entrance. But I did appreciate the entrance gear. I need that jacket. That jacket was amazing. I like the getup. So it was just for a first time, but I was impressed by definitely the in-ring stuff that he did with Taurus. All right, we spent way too much time on it.
Good debut.
Yeah,
spending too much time on a segment. What?
Well, no, because we went from Taurus to Ghost Pepper farts to Anthony Greene.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're gonna move on.
Ghost Pepper farts. It sounds lethal.
That's what people come here for.
Oh yeah, Trey came out and did his cool guy Trey act and spray painted Anthony Greene.
Tagged him, yes.
But he didn't bag him.
Oh, I'm sorry. He tagged him. Hashtag cool Trey. Trey cool. Not from Green Day.
Not from Green Day.
Interesting. Apparently that's something that's going to happen soon. Side note, Facebook chat just popped open. All right.
We get Kenny King, J-Bone.
Kenny King, it looks to be in a dojo training facility of Speedball Mike Bailey's up north there. Hey, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, whatever.
The home of Monsieur Baguette.
The Monsieur Baguette.
Rumor is
Who?
he runs that territory.
Oh,
Fascinating.
with an iron baguette. All right. So Kenny King goes through this this class that has gotten together to learn under the learning tree of one Speedball Mike Bailey, and man, just the disrespect of Kenny King to come into a place and just wipe out a bunch of young boys. That's just rude. Very rude.
Yes. This reminded me of when Moose did that during the Shamrock feud. It went into like his gym and was causing trouble with trainees.
Oh, that's right.
That's not something you do. And you know what? That just a little offshoot. We didn't say it in the news, but also rest in peace, Stephan Bonner, who had a brief run in Impact as well. Obviously known for MMA because he made a brief return during that as well, that feud. But obviously we get a follow-up to this after Kenny's actions from Mike Bailey as well. And we got the passion out of Mike Bailey in that promo going after Kenny King.
He is fired up. And they're going to have some kind of match. I didn't catch what it was.
A pit fight. He wants to fight him in the pit. No ropes.
Oh. Yeah, so I don't know how they're going to pull that one off at Hard to Kill.
Yeah, like I'm not sure if it's going to be hard to kill. It makes you think it is, but
I thought we were friends.
Maybe they'll set something up outside. Maybe it'll be something pre-recorded.
Yeah, center stage is tight. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
We'll see.
Because it's not easy to have the ropes put back up quickly. So I'm not sure how
that takes a minute, right?
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, whatever we're getting from Speedball and Kenny King, I'm here for it because Kenny King still got it, and Speedball, his 2022 is just. As far as someone coming back on the scene, as in the States, hitting all the indies and just having a landmark rookie year, and he's not a rookie, but as far as like being a rookie in Impact Wrestling, just blew people's minds across the board. So we'll see what happens between them. Then we get a surprise. Jonathan Gresham is in the ring with. Did you get the name of the opponent?
Yes,
I did not.
It is. Hold on, Ernest R. Anthony.
Ernest R. Anthony. Got it.
ERA.
Which good match. Just great overall. I don't have too much to say about it, but it's just great to see. It's great to see Jonathan Gresham back at Impact Wrestling on
in the ring
basis.
period.
Right. Yeah, because he was gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Rebellion match that never happened.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a contractual thing of. I mean, I don't think we still know what happened between him and AEW, which, fine, that's neither here nor there. We don't have to know about that. But if that was the reason why it took a while to show up anywhere else, in a sense. But yeah, so he's in Impact now, and will certainly be appreciated for his talents. At least you'd like to assume he is.
Yeah.
But most people in the company get their fair share of stuff. So
Mayor knows Ernest R. Anthony personally.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Like he's a Florida indie guy because I've seen him when I've gone to some indie shows down there.
So dumb question. Were these tapings down in Florida?
Yes.
Okay.
These were Pembroke Pines.
Okay.
Lauderdale, Hollywood area.
Hollywood, Florida?
Hollywood, Florida.
I've heard that in somebody's entrance. Is Hollywood, Florida? Where is that? Is that isn't that Ziggler is from Hollywood, Florida,
Yeah,
or something like
Hollywood,
that?
Florida.
Yeah.
I always, when I go down there, I stay in Hollywood Beach.
Hollywood Beach. Ooh, nice. So yeah, Gresham gets a win here, and he's going to be facing. They remind us he's going to be facing Eddie Edwards. Now, is there a gimmick on that match? You know what? I should just bring up the
honor is the gimmick, J-Bone.
There's no oh, that's right. They're gone. Never mind. All right, so I just went to the events page, and then there's a order on fight sticker. There is a card sticker, and next to Hard to Kill, and then there's tickets, and there's a slash through it, as in, hey,
nice.
Now you know it's sold out. So, I could just imagine right now the only way you're going to get there is if they set up and they realize that they have a little extra room and they put
that is possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to pay attention day before,
social
day
medias.
of the show. Something could come free. That's possible.
Yeah. Title versus career. But yeah, so Jonathan Gresham and Eddie Edwards is just a regular match. Yeah, we don't need gimmick matches across the board. So just a good old wrestling. And in fact, I mean, if you look at their history in wrestling, this could be wrestling match of the night, folks.
Good bit. You're going to see some wrestling.
Dark horse match of the night. Then we see Savannah and Steels discussing stuff in the hallway.
Losing.
The what?
Their losing streak.
Oh, their losing streak that they've been on. Yeah, they're not doing too good lately, but hopefully they're learning from it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we get some slow-mo cam. We've got Jay Vidal along with Giselle Shaw just strutting down the hallway and
wind machine and everything.
Yes, dressed to the nines, totally. And they're like, hey, you guys have had some trouble with the Death Dolls, and what you could use is some Giselle Shaw.
Back up.
So they had a little sassy back and forth.
Oh, it was beyond sass. Sass bone, we call you now.
Sass
That's what I
bone.
hear. But
super
Sass bone.
sass.
This went from just a typical backstage segment to Steiner Math 2.0, if you know what I mean.
They started talking about algebra and everything, which they lost.
They went full algebra. They went double negatives. There was all kinds of stuff being thrown around this one. So they did it for Scott.
Fat asses!
All for Scott. Scott's good old Scott Steiner. Do you see now that's the only hiccup is that Giselle Shaw has had a couple start and stops as far as joining groups, people leaving, stuff like that. Do you think this is a good idea or?
Well, I stand strong on the fact that Giselle is okay by herself, but if they're going to put her with someone, this seems to be a better fit. I liked this segment because it seemed like they all kind of vibed and flowed with what they were saying to each other. So I'm curious. I'll be optimistic in this sense since they seem to keep doing this.
Okay.
We got to just accept. And I like it, so it's okay.
All right.
And then what? It seems like the pairing with Tasha, at least, could work. They remind me of a tag team from back sometime in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were called Volcanic Activity. They had a nice run in the IPWF. So I could see this team working out as well.
All right. Who knows? Maybe Giselle Shaw will rub off a little bit of her class on the Tasha Steeles and Savannah Evans.
Either way, we get to see more
You're saying
Jay.
you don't got class, J-Bone?
No, but there is.
It sound like fighting words.
It was. Oh damn. No, but there's, when you get, one half of the former Fire and the Flav, there is a certain I don't know what the hell word I'm looking for. It's a certain, edginess that comes with that.
Mhm.
Giselle Shaw does not have that edginess. She's tough by all means, but she brings with her a certain level of charisma and how she presents herself. So we'll see. So
Remain optimistic.
totally, as always. Moose then cuts a promo, which I gotta say, this is the hardest I laughed all damn night. You
Don't have me trying to ruin this man's life.
say his name and he appears. Bill, hit it.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
It's like the fucking Candy Man. It's like I almost fell under the spell, but now I'm seeing Joe Hendry for what he is, and that's a life
That's
ruiner.
right.
You're a scumbag.
I see through. Yeah, what Moose said.
Because I like scumbags.
He's a heel wearing a face disguise.
Is he a homewrecker? Is he a proud homewrecker?
I think he is a devil. Which is
devil?
worse than a homewrecker.
A devil in disguise?
Dude, he ruins people's lives and they thank him for it. Like, that is a devil. Straight
like,
up.
high five.
Like, high five. Yeah, you bankrupt me and banged my wife and got her pregnant. And
Well, you say it that
thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe.
It's motivating. But
For what, though? What is
a super sticker from Bell's Boy?
What is the motivation? What is the reason?
What is the reason for that? Let us know in the chat. What do you think with Joe Hendry? Is he pure and a good doer, or is he sneaky?
Yeah.
But Bell's Boy asks, I don't think the teaming of Giselle and Tasha working out. Sorry, don't see it. I'd rather have her as a singles wrestler with Shay, with an I, Vidal as her valet. And I think that's what Alicia was also saying.
Good with that.
So I think the coach may agree with you.
Impact Wrestling!
And you get an Impact Wrestling and an Impact Wrestling.
There you go. I think the funniest part of this, and I almost fell out of my damn seat, is when Moose was just getting so frustrated, and he's like, I believe. And I knew exactly how he was going to follow up the I believe. And he said, I believe I'm going to shove my size, whatever boot right up your ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up.
Hey, Moose.
And hard to kill for that title. And
In my ass.
now hit my music. And they played it twice, but they played the song was Dancing Moose. I believe in a dancing moose. And they kept showing Moose like doing goofy stuff that he's done in the ring over the years, which he's not known for that.
Well, DJ Too Large is known for it.
When it wasn't even that character. Because that's in another universe in another time. But oh my God, they compiled all the Dancing Moose segments and they put them in this video so cleverly. And so props to whoever from Impact that did that. That was hilarious.
You did
loved
good,
it.
son.
And a little insight on that for when you're watching it, like Moose, that's he saw that video live in the ring first time, so that's a natural reaction from Moose on all that.
Oh, that's great.
I wasn't paying
clue.
attention.
He knew there was
Did
a
he
video.
break it all? Did he break character?
I think if you watch, there's one point where they do a zoom in of his face, and I think there's a little bit of a smirk on it, where I think when he saw they used the dancing video, like that's the angle they were going. I think he goes
tried to fight it.
Yeah, then he straightened it out.
It's like, oh,
I love that.
But, oh yeah, thanks, Mayor. Yeah, he mentioned his. Don't forget the failed football career. It's like, oh, what?
Oh yeah, it starts out.
Oh, you went there like the Crazzy
football.
Brutal. Joe Hendry's a devil.
Moose will have his revenge.
Moose gonna take that title and shove that boot up his ass.
Now, Critical Sting asked him a question. Dancing Moose or access denied? I think Critical Sting knows that my favorite Joe Hendry song is Access Denied. So Dancing Moose was very good, but I got to give it to Access Denied. That's a classic.
I'm not super familiar with.
I'm not even going to pretend.
Well, that was during Joe's first run with Grado, the Grado storyline, and talking about Winter or Katie Lee Burchill from before. So
no, her name was. What the fuck was her name?
Well, Katrina
or something. Yeah. When she was with Impact the second time. And she was with Grado, and then Joe Hendry came along, and she's like, well, I think I want to be with Joe Hendry. And she told Joe Hendry, and Joe Hendry was like, me and Grado are best friends forever. And then she was gone. That is not actually how it happened. I remembered something that happened more than a decade ago.
So he is a home wrecker.
He has established this. He's not just a home wrecker. He is a life wrecker. He's a devil.
He's a coach of deviousness. Oh, good stuff. But yeah, I laughed so hard. I love this whole thing. We'll see what happens at the pay-per-view, but it's certainly isn't going to be anything short of entertaining.
Surely.
Great Mickie James career retrospective. Yes, from hardcore country all the way back to her early days being under the learning tree of Raven in the NWA TNA. Good stuff here. What did you guys think of this retrospective?
No, this was great, Jabba. This for the longtime fans of both Mickie and TNA. This was a very nice package of almost the history of the Knockouts division at times as well. So a lot of good things in this one. It definitely, for those that think Mickie is definitely this is the end of Mickie, it's her retirement match coming up. It kind of poured some fuel on that fire because it definitely, she was leaning hard into this is how I want to end the chapter. A lot of WWE references throughout this, wasn't pulling any, putting all the details in there. Obviously a lot of her husband, Magnus, Nick Aldis, and the meeting and all that. And he is a free agent right now, obviously. It feels like that's just going to happen. And that's something where I think a lot of the fans, as well as myself, would have been like, oh, no, don't want to, because he definitely, on his way out, was not kind to TNA Impact. But he did make some inroads.
It was a different company.
It was.
Yeah.
But even those first couple of years, he was still bad-mouthing the company because of that previous regime.
Yeah.
But then when Mickey came back, his tune did change. And then he has obviously worked now a couple of events for Impact, and they've seemed to all be fine. So just like Bully, his return with caveats has worked out pretty well, I would say.
Oh,
he's the biggest heel in the company right now. Nick, could he do something in Impact? And we were saying it during a reaction. As long as Mickey's still around, I have no problem with it at all. If Mickey's not around, then it's maybe a different story. But to keep Mickey around, we'll take some other things. But I'm hoping it's not the end of Mickey. I want to see Mickey still, however long she wants to do it. If she wants to call it, that's fine, whatever her terms are. But just like we're talking about Taylor Wilde, like Mickey still has it. She's still very good in the ring, and she's still one of the most over acts. Like every time she does anything, she trends on social media still. Like if you can keep that for the company, that would be fantastic to bottle it up. So, but this was very good. I'm sure we'll see it again during Hard to Kill this package.
Oh,
a good job.
Yeah, as well, especially during the pre-show. So, I mean, and there's not a lot of gray to this. It could be a sign that this is going to be the end for Mickie James, or we could all get swerved and her take the title and, I guess she's not going away, So who knows? But look, whatever it may be, Mickie James is still one of the most professional performers in the ring today. And this Knockouts division is absolutely blessed to have her. So whether her time is up or not, can't sneeze at nothing she's done. She's been amazing, especially this past year. One of my favorite feuds of the whole year 2022 was her and Deanna. Amazing. And then we had the Don West tribute. Great to see some former faces coming to the forefront and talking about their relationship and good times with Don West, like Gail Kim, Kazarian, and such, showing highlights from good times in the old NWA and TNA days. Good stuff.
No, it was very good. Excellent job on this as well. Like I know they did that. They showed the stuff they filmed for Don a while back, but for them to get this up there, this was very well done. And like we talked about earlier, I think by doing that, they probably changed some stuff around the show to fit it. Since this was like me and Jay were saying how quick while watching it was going. It was because they had these couple big video segments. And then even entrances were kind of cut a little bit. So it just made everything feel really fast paced.
Yeah. So, hopefully nothing of substance was cut, but still nonetheless, great video packages. And then also talking about Josh's title reign. They had to throw that in there too. So a few different shows. So, and that's fine. This wasn't the go home show. You don't want that on a go home show. You want more face to face stuff. To show the weight of the rivalries that are happening at the pay per view. But yeah, good stuff all around there. Then we get Matt Cardona versus Sabin, which I missed some of this in the ring, but in fact, I had to be reminded I
missed this match,
what the match was at the pay-per-view. So now it's a 4-way team match.
Four-way match. But I think we can talk to one of the competitors for this.
I love this match!
Steamy Sabin, thank you.
Yes, Sabin doesn't put on a bad match. But him versus Cardona, this was your classic wrestling match. Cardona started out. He had all the momentum early in this match. He was in control. Then kind of halfway through, Sabin he takes it, pulls it around a little bit. But then he gets that win at the end. That's a big win. Now the tag champs in both Impact and New Japan Strong. Looks like they got a little momentum going into this pay-per-view. But obviously we haven't seen them. They made sure to tell us many times that the Bullet Club of Ace and Bay, they were the runners-up in the tag tournament.
Oh, yeah.
So I think they got some good momentum at their backs as well. So I would say those two teams, either the champs or the Bullet Club, are probably coming out of this one.
Yeah. And there was even mention of them at Wrestle Kingdom with Leo Rush and I'm trying to think who was with Leo Rush.
A wrestler.
Yeah, the one wrestler with the face. My apologies. But yeah, I think Bay and Ace coming back from that tournament in Japan have a lot of momentum. Even coming back, and not winning, that certainly had to give them a huge amount of
Yo.
Oh, it was Yo. Yeah. Yo and okay, that former tag team that he was in before was Yo and Show. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Because it's the one that's not Show. So it's Yo. Yeah. Leo and Yo. Yeah. But yeah, we'll get into more predictions next week. We'll go through the whole card and give you updated stuff, but the card looks pretty good so far. It's I don't know what it is.
Well, I'll tell you what it is, Jay. But
It's been a bangorama.
It is. Well, yeah, next week is going to be a bangorama. There's something missing from the card. I don't know what it is, but it does look like it's going to be a fun show.
Hard to kill.
So. And then Bully interrupts the whole end of the show, throws it off track.
Do you know who he is?
I'm learning. Grabs the mic, absolutely scares the hell out of commentary to the point of Tom Hannafin cowering in the corner. Man, just
that ain't right.
No, Tom Hannafin is
He's a broadcast journalist.
He is. He's a broadcast journalist. He might be the most professional, in my professional podcasting opinion, the most professional podcast journalist. Yeah, see, even your categories.
One categories.
But yeah, it gets the mic, gets in the ring, and is immediately met by Scott D'Amore. And we go into commercial break, comes back, and man, they did not hold back at all. They let each other have it to the point that they even had to censor the coach.
Oh,
He said the word you can't say on TV.
Yeah.
He went there like Degrassi.
Oh, yeah. So your thoughts on this final segment, and then what happened at the end to Scott D'Amore, which we'll talk about in a second.
It was great seeing the coach.
Give your cat some love. It's obvious the cat is obviously shook by what happened.
He is so traumatized.
Well, it was
Good job, Scott. Good job.
because someone needs to. Because obviously, Bully picks this time to do this when Josh, the world champ, isn't around.
Right.
So when the walking weapon representing Canada to its fullest is not there, the coach, the EVP, has to be there to lay down the law. And he's been getting it in with Bully. Like, he brought him in, but he's putting it upon himself to try to give some rules to Bully, which he will not respect, because Bully just, you see what he does, man, when he goes places. He thinks he runs everything, and Scott was telling him you don't. But then we got to talk about the good hands. That John Schuyler, that no goodness. And his darn connection to Hotch, who's a good kid, that Jason Hotch, that he's now corrupted with his Schuyler ways, his skeezy Schuyler ways.
Skeezy Schuyler. That should be a T-shirt. Skeezy Schuyler.
And now,
there you go.
Now he's in the good hands, working with Bully Ray. Bully Ray. This is what they've come to. But so all we had was the coach. And the locker room, where were they?
Nowhere.
Where was my Team Canada coming to help out the coach? Nobody. What happened to Team Impact? What happened?
Obviously.
Got the night off.
The coach got a pile driver. He felt like Dixie Carter going through a table right there.
Oh, I'm sure she watched and probably had a seizure watching it. Just having flashbacks from the event of years ago. How many years ago was that, Bill? In New York.
In New York?
Was that 10 years ago?
Back. That's about 7 years ago.
Okay. But I will give credit to Scott. You can't have a boss behave like this, but he did say some true words in there. He said he has spent the last 5 years cultivating this new locker room, trying to keep it together, trying to teach them the right way to do things. But then he whipped off his, like you said, he's serious when he whips off his watch and his glasses and his jacket.
Love when he throws the watch.
Throws the watch. And
the cufflinks.
He's like, I teach them how to do things the right way. He's like, but that doesn't mean I always have to do things the right way. And he lays out Bully at first, and he spits on him. And I was like, oh, when Bully gets up, that's it. That's it. But I've seen Coach upset before. We've seen Scott D'Amore pretty furious before. I don't think I've seen him this mad before. This whole thing has got him shook.
I don't understand what the misconception was. Oh, Bully, we thought you were a good guy. A tiger can change his stripes, right?
Yeah.
A snake only sheds its skin to become a bigger snake. Just remember that.
That's a great way to put it, Alicia. That's a great way to put it.
Animal analogies with Alicia.
Next on TNI.
It's Minnie's side gig.
It's Alicia's side hustle, don't you know?
I don't know facts.
J-Bone has his OnlyFans. Or Bonely fans.
Only Bones.
Oh, man. How's that going?
You gotta buy in to find out. No, kidding. It's not. We'll just say it's not. So Jiminy Christmas. It's interesting that he's got some cohorts helping him with this, because I missed the episode from 2 weeks ago. Now, there were some highlights in the cold open of this one, but I didn't realize that Hotch and Schuyler were at the
beck and call of one Bully Ray.
Yeah.
He bullied them, obviously. It's in his name.
He's a bully.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no, he's a nice guy. You could trust him. Tommy
yeah.
said so.
He's a good guy. Come on,
He's a good
Tommy.
guy. Come on, people can change.
Yeah, he'll still tell you that with a
I don't know.
tube down his
What's
throat.
even
oxygen.
There is
funnier?
absolutely garbage in here.
What's even funnier is the fact that Bully Ray has like a track record of doing this, pretending he's a nice guy and then shitting on everyone's serious.
Yeah. And namely Brooke Hogan, her father.
He's screwed.
I feel like it runs deeper than that. It's not just them.
No, but that's a great example. So
It's like, oh, Bully's being nice. We should worry.
It makes me wonder. Obviously, these Skylar and Hotch are long-term players in this company. It makes you wonder, seeing as now that they have an allegiance with Bully,
Mm-hmm.
does Bully have a long-term plan in this company? Does this improve his chances on becoming champ next week with the numbers game?
Slightly.
Okay.
So if he's got a gang, you mean that the other side's got to have a gang?
I wasn't even referring to that, but that is a point. I mean, Josh might bring if Josh brings backup.
If you bring your friends, I'll bring my friends.
We'll have a party.
And we'll have a switchblade fight in the parking lot.
Dear God.
Was that 250s? Was that you like 50s greaser?
That was
because I was like totally thinking West Side Story.
Oh,
wow!
We're gonna do some dance fighting.
Just to snap and sing like, hey.
As far back as I go is watching the Switchblade fight from the Beat It video from Michael Jackson.
Ah.
Oh, when they tied them together.
Yeah.
But that's based on West Side Story.
Well, yeah, just a little more extreme.
A little
more extreme.
And then, see, if you want to go parodies, you go West Side Story, to Beat It, to Eat It by Weird Al.
Oh, God. What?
There you go. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Done.
Evolution, J-Bo.
Evolution.
You said bacon.
I'm hungry. I don't know. It's probably
get some
the
hot
munchies.
sauce. We got it all going here tonight.
Crazy.
On the TNI review show.
We have fun here.
Michael here says no.
Make sure to hit that like button. Ring that bell for notifications.
Yes,
we have fun.
Smash it. Smash that thumbs up. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, are we going to see some kind of new Team Canada form just to help Josh?
What'd you say, J-Bone?
Team Canada. Oh, Canada. My karaoke with the bone. No. We'll see. There's certainly some options. I don't want to deep dive into this too much. We already are, but there certainly are some options as far as what could happen at the pay-per-view, as far as people showing up, odds-wise, who can help who and such.
Maybe
it's not looking good.
Aces and eights. Never
Bully loses to Scott D'Amore, ends up performing aces and eights in retaliation. Oh, wow. Wait, does that mean D'Lo goes crazy and joins
D'Lo?
Good old D'Lo. But that was fun. That was fun when that happened last year. this would not be fun anymore. Oh, Kevin Martin here.
Oh, yeah.
Straight from the offices of Impact Wrestling right here. So sorry, everyone. Been all sorts of upset about the attack on Scott. Kevin, were you there? Were you there to help your coach, Scott D'Amore, after all was said and done to him? Can you give us an update on Scott D'Amore?
You got to go to Impact Wrestling's social media accounts.
Well, I don't think Kevin runs that. I was trying to do more of a,
We
was
need,
there
we
a
need, we need an update on the
visual?
coach. I'll make sure the coach is okay.
Yes, we are all, yes. Coaches in our thoughts and prayers. Send him some well wishes. I'm sure he'll be at Impact Wrestling next week with a crutch, swinging and dancing. Okay, so here, Kevin Martin says, I have no update on Scott at this time. I'm sure we'll know more next week. Thank you very much, Kevin. Hope all is well with you. Hope you were safe throughout this past week and the holidays. Happy New Year to you, Kevin Martin.
Happy New Year.
Any last thoughts on this episode of Impact?
Fast paced, setting up a lot of storyline.
Yeah. Saw some more connections with Hard to Kill as far as what's going to happen on the card. And
the card's almost complete. It feels like you're right. There's probably maybe another match or so that's going to be added probably next week, and we'll have our final card. But find out if there's any pre-show, what's on the pre-show, all that. But it should all come together in the next few days.
Yeah. So, but we do know for one thing that it is sold out. So make sure you go out. Make sure you call your local cable provider or hit
Got that Impact Wrestling.
Hit up Fight TV for the countdown and the pay-per-view itself. So Critical Sting says, aren't they already at 8 matches? Oh, but you got to have more. It's one of the big 4. Got to be more. Sold the heck out. That's right, Kevin.
7-hour pay-per-view.
See, no, not like Wrestle Kingdom.
No?
Please.
No long matches?
No, I
anyway.
Yeah, so
on that note.
Yes, we are going to wrap this up for the week. Much love, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. And, one last thing to plug. There is, and I just reminded myself that I had to set this up, there is a new interview coming tomorrow from Bison himself. He is going to be interviewing the Hindi announcer for Impact Wrestling, and I'm trying to bring up the picture right now, and my computer just went dog ass slow. Thank you so much, computer, for doing this to me when I'm trying to
promote.
Yeah, keyword trying here. It's failing miserably. Anyways, there is a new interview coming tomorrow. So midday-ish. We'll get it set up for like midday. And it's straight from Mr. Beefalo himself, one of the TNI. I cannot bring it up. I downloaded it earlier and I can't find it. Damn it. Sorry about that. But yeah, watch for the new content tomorrow, midday. New interview with the Hindi announcer from Impact Wrestling. Much love, everyone. We'll see you down the road real soon. Take care. Good night.